All right, this is the Lego Daily Bugle set 76178, standing at 32 inches tall. It's one of the biggest and boldest Lego Marvel sets ever released. Originally launched on June 1st, 2021, this 3,772 piece behemoth came with 25 minifigures and retailed for 350 bucks. It's still hovering around there, but I picked it up for about $317 on Amazon last month, March 2025. So now that it's 4 years old, the big question is it still worth it? As Spider-Man's iconic workplace in one of Marvel's most recognizable buildings, the Daily Bugle is more than just a Lego set. It's a love letter to the Marvel Universe. So this took me about 14 hours across a week, and it still holds up in my opinion. And the way that they organized those nearly 4,000 pieces into little bags and this giant book, I thought was really well done and very coherent and easy to understand. There was nothing here that I was like, huh, what's that all about? Like across those pieces, it's easy to kind of add some confusion, IKEA, but Lego knows exactly what they're doing. Now, compared to newer releases like the X Mansion, check out my video if you haven't already seen it, the structure here is rock solid. Like the engineering is on point. Not that there would be a lot of updates to that across 4 years, but still. From like the detailed exterior and then the interior as well, you can display this like this with the closed windows, but all these windowed front pieces can come off and you can see the interior, which is intricately detailed. The funnest parts was the interior, obviously. So it's kind of a shame to hide it like this, but it also looks so cool with all the characters here. So I'm displaying it like this for now. I'll probably change it when I'm bored of looking at it like this, and then you get to see all the interior of the Daily Bugle, which is so well done. And it really starts with the bottom floor, the waiting room, security checkpoint, and you got a vending machine, the elevators. Each floor will have an elevator, obviously. And then it goes into like, I think a newsroom and some offices, all the way to the top to J. Jonah Jameson's office. J. Jonah Jameson, I can't say that. So let's talk about what makes this set absolutely legendary, and that's the 25 minifigures. They went so hard with this. They gave you more than what you would expect from a set, even though it's a set this size, 25 minifigures and like heavy hitters. I'm just so appreciative of Lego for doing that. Like, who would have expected Blade to be up in here? Then you get deep cuts like Betty Brant, Robbie Robertson, Ron Barney. I don't know who those people are, but I do know Ben Urich, and Ben Urich is in this piece. So given that, if you try to collect these minifigures separately, I think you're hitting into the triple digits. So with that, you then also get this nearly 4,000 piece monster, which is like a centerpiece for a Lego set, in my opinion, especially if you're collecting Marvel. So in terms of shelf presence, I think this is unmatched in the Marvel universe, except for maybe the Avengers Tower. Actually, definitely the Avengers Tower. That one is a monster. I'm waiting for that bad boy to come down in price just a little bit. Come on, give me something. And look at this cool ass, like, you got Green Goblin blasting through the glass, and oh, I'll tell you, it was such a chore doing each and every one of these like glass pieces, so many glass pieces. That was the bane of my existence. It was so fun doing the interior and putting the figures where I wanted them, but glass everywhere. That was a bit tedious, but still worth it. But not everything's perfect. It's not without its flaws. I mean, this is a bit nitpicky, but it's tall as shit. 32 inches, that's really tall. It's nearly 3 feet tall, and you're gonna need the shelf space for it. Luckily, I do have a space that I had no idea what to do with, and it's gonna be like coming up the stairs. So I'll have this along with like the X Mansion and some other Lego pieces that I have over there, and I'll just throw it over there. So I'm good. But if you don't have that, like you'd have to put it at the top of a shelf, and a shelf that's not touching your ceiling. So it's like, that's something to consider. And of course, nothing you can do about it, but it's a dust magnet, and there's a lot of different surfaces for it to collect dust. So that'll be a pain in the ass. The other thing was that a lot of people mention is the flimsiness, or they didn't feel like the fire escape was that solid. I haven't found that to be the case, but maybe I'm just good like that. I don't know. And then the last, of course, is the price. This is not an inexpensive piece by any means. 350 bucks is nothing to sneeze about, but at 3,772 pieces, it comes about to be 9.5 cents per piece, which is, I think fair. I don't know. Seems pretty fair to me. So the final verdict, in my opinion, in 2025, this thing is still a must-have if you're doing any sort of Marvel Lego collecting. It is just so damn cool. There's just so much drama happening across the whole thing. Of course, you can cater this to your own liking. In the pictures, they kind of had Venom and Punisher and Carnage just kind of back here. Hell no, boy, I'm putting them up front. I got Carnage under this blast too. And I like the just like red and some like gray, red, like I put Daredevil there. He's not supposed to be there. Like I like adding a little bit more color across this instead of just like gray and like just Green Goblin in the middle, and I put Black Cat there. I just like more stuff, and I put Blade kind of hanging out. They have a lot of rooftop characters, so it's hard to choose which one, but that's also the beauty of it. You can decide who goes where, and it all kind of makes sense because everyone here can do any of it. Obviously, Firestar is just beautifully put right there. You can lower her somewhere else, of course, but like, I really like where she's meant to be there. I think this is an A+ in my opinion, and if you're thinking of picking it up around 317 bucks, I think it's well worth it. And as a collector, with this set still not retired and surprisingly available, this may be your best chance to get it before it's gone. You have no idea, and with tariffs and all this fun stuff happening and people not wanting to import stuff, like just grab it. If you're on the fence, I would say just grab it. I don't think you're gonna regret it. What are you gonna like, oh, I have this daily? No, you're gonna love it. So tell me in the comments, what else should I grab? The Avengers Tower, Sanctum Sanctorum, what other pieces am I missing? I really want to build like a Marvel little city. Obviously, I know the X-Mansion won't be right next to the Daily Bugle, but it will be on my shelf. All right, folks, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate when you drop a comment too. It really makes it worth it for me. I love engaging with you guys, so look out for my next video. I got a new bookshelf, so I'm thinking of reorganizing some things. This kind of looks very cluttered, so I'm trying to space some stuff out. And then I got another reading recap that I got to do, so look out for those things later. Lego piece, which man, speaking of dust, shit.